So just I'll give you a brief. Okay, so we have covered in general before starting the introduction. So what are the applications like? Generally what software engineers do in the companies, and what are they are creating? So basically, they'll create an applications to solve the problems. So they are front-end developers and back-end developers. So they have different technologies, client side and server side. So if you want to become front-end developer, so you need to learn client side technologies, HTML, CS, Bootstrap, and server side technologies like programming language, Python, Java. So these are database and frameworks. These are server side technologies. So in our course, we will more focusing on server side technologies, that is backend. So and as well as we will cover some of the UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript. So these things we will cover part of this Django course. So basically we will have three courses: Python and Django framework and API. Three courses. Nowadays APIs are important. We must in every project we will use APIs. Okay, so these things we have seen, and introduction. So who developed and when it came to public, and what are the features of the Python and why we need to learn. So because there are some reasons to to choose learn Python. So because nowadays it is popularity is growing rapidly. So we have to learn Python and how to get started. So there is official website called python.org. So we will uh, go visit this site and we will download it and we will install them. And how the Python is allowing less lines of code compared to other languages. Here I have given some examples. In Python, so just one line it will complete, but whereas in C language or Java, so it took a number of lines, more number of lines. So in Python, only one line it was completed. And the name Python, where it is taken. So this is I, and what are the features taken from different languages, and where we use what kind of applications we can build using Python. We can develop desktop applications, web application, database networking, gaming developments, okay, and data analysis and machine learning, artificial intelligence, and IoT, Internet of Things. So and everywhere we can use the Python. And topmost companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM, these are all are using the Python. And so the up to here we part of demo we completed, and we part of the day one. So we are started identifiers and reserved words and data types. So identifiers means the name which we are using in the Python while writing code. So we will use some names, our user defined names like variable names: a equals 100, b equals 100. So those a, b, and after writing the code you are going to save the file, that file name. Okay, the names which you are taking, right, those are called identifiers in technical in Python. So there are some rules while taking the identifiers. So those rules we have covered, and reserved words. So reserved words means when Python was developed, who developed Python? So he is the Guido van Rossum. So he was taken some keywords, some names already taken. So that is that are called keyword or reserved words. So that we cannot use as our own names. Like you can't take these keywords as variables. Like a equals to 100 is a is a valid identifier, but lambda, some non-local, equals to 100. You don't take these names as variable names or identifiers. Okay, and we covered and what is a variable, and oh, what is unpacking. So unpacking means instead of writing line by line, assigning the values, so in single line we can assign like this: That is unpacking, like one is assigned to A, B, two is assigned to B, and three is assigned to C. And also we have covered in the last class data types. So data types is uh, so when we assign the value to the data, so what type of data it is whether it is an integer or whether it is a float, and whether it is a string data type. So the data type is the representation of the data, what type of data it is stored in the memory, what type of data it is stored in a memory. Okay, so these thing we have seen. And in Python, the data type will be automatically assigned. It will understand, like you don't need to, as we are developers, we don't need to specify any data type explicitly. So it will take, based on the value, it will understand, the Python will understand oh, this is a integer, oh, this is a float, like that it will understand. We not need to give the data type while declaring the values. And data types are, we have categorized it into two categorizations. One is a fundamental data type and another one is a collection data type. So fundamental data types means only one value will be stored in a data variable, and whereas collection data types means the multiple values, group of values will be stored in a one variable is called collection data types. So there are some different data types: into, float, complex, boolean, string. These are the fundamental, and list, tuples, set, dict are called collection data types. Okay, and Python type, there are some inbuilt functions we used in while writing the program. So type, so if I ask a equals to 100, what is the type of this data? So to check that, there are some inbuilt functions to check that, there are inbuilt functions. So we already used. So let me open the IDLE. So IDLE is the integrated development learning environment. This is kind of editor, so where we can write the programs. And this is the default editor which is coming with the Python in installation, Python application. So there are some other what do you say, other editors, third party editors, so like Visual Studio Code and um, PyCharm. Okay, so Atom, Eclipse, Sublime Text. So right now whatever I am using, so this is the Sublime Text. This is also one editor. Just Notepad, Notepad plus plus, these all are editors. Okay, and yeah, type function, right? For example, a equals to 10.5. Okay, if I ask you what is the data type of this a, so we know it is a float. But if I want to check whether it is float or not, so there is a built-in function called type. So type of a, so it will show you the class float. So why this is class? It's here I mentioned every data type is internally implemented as a class. Where it is, somewhere I written. Okay, so yeah, so here every data type in Python is internally implemented as a class. So if it is a int, there is a class int. If it is a float, so there is a class float. So what is class? We will see in the advanced concepts. Okay, and type is a type function. Okay, to check the type, and ID is the, okay, ID of a. So it will tell us the address. Okay, and yeah, so what is this address, what is like this object type? So generally, let me tell you, so most of the people what they are thinking, for example, a equals to 100. Okay, a is equal to 100. So this is one line of code. Okay, now I am asking, tell me what will happen when this line is executed. when this line is executed. Okay, so for example, here I'm writing a equals to 100. Okay, this is one line of code. Okay, so when we run the code, it will execute this statement will execute. So what will happen on execution of this statement? Can anyone answer? Okay, I'll tell you. So what will happen when this statement is executed? What will happen in Python? Will allocate the memory for this data. Okay, so the data is 100. Okay, so basically, technically, the allocation of memory to the data, the allocation of memory to the data is called object. The allocation of memory to the data is called object. Okay, so the objects are different types of objects. Objects are different types of objects. So this object is int object. So because the data is stored in the form of integer, so this is the int object. Okay, so this is int object. Let's say for example, here I am giving, okay, uh, some Yogi is a variable. Yogi equals to some value, or yeah, some 1000 value. Okay, 1000 value. So when this statement is executed, what will happen? So it will create one object for this data. Okay, 1000. So this is object. I'm calling object. This object is a integer object. Okay, this is the integer, and this object has this memory location, right? Some memory location it is stored. So for that there is one address, like something like that, 43578, something like that. One object will be there, one address. This is address. This address is pointed by the variable. What is the variable here? Yogi. Okay, the variable is Yogi here. Okay, so in general, what the people are thinking, so 1000 is assigned in Yogi. So in Yogi 1000 is there. Okay, but actually in Yogi there is no value 1000. It holding the address. If you people come and, hey Yogi, what is your value, then I don't say 1000. Okay, if you ask, hey Yogi, what is the value of your what is the value of your object, so then I'll give you this object address. Hey, this is the address which you are looking for the data. So I'll give you the address. So every time the variable is pointing to the address, it is referring to the address, not to the value. Okay, in Yogi it is not storing the data, it is holding the address. Okay, remember this thing. So every time that's what, if we ask the a value, it will tell us the address. So this is the address, the value you are looking. Okay, so based on the objects only we will get the values. Based on the value, so this is the object. Okay, and yeah, so next, where we are. So these are the functions, type function, id function to check the address. And type conversions. So why we need type conversions means, for example, sometimes if the data is in string. Okay, so for example, x equals to 10. It is in string actually. Okay, if you check the type of x, if you check the type of x, okay, so this is saying class string, but because it is enclosed with the quotation marks, single quote, so if any data is enclosed with the quotation marks, that is a string, but here it is integer. Okay, so I need to convert this string integer to into value, data type. So in that case, I'll change int of int of x. Okay, so it will converted, and now it is the value in integer. Okay, so likewise, we have the type conversions. We will do from one data type to another data type. We will convert the types. Okay, we will convert the type conversion. So if you want to convert into integer, int of, you can use float of, it will convert to float, boolean of some value, it will convert into boolean, and complex of a. So there is a complex data type. Complex data type is the so for example, x is equal to x is equal to 4 plus 5j. So this is a complex number, real part and imaginary part. If you check the type of x, so it is saying this data type is complex data type. For every data, object is created. Object, for every object there is a address. If you check the id of x, this is the address. In this address, this data is there. 4 plus 5j is in this address. Okay, yeah, so up to here we have completed. Now today we are going to see the operators. Operators. So what are the operators in Python? Okay, let's see now. So before that, do you have any questions till now? Okay, so if not, we can start operators. So operators are the special symbols which are used to perform the operations on the data of the objects, which are pointed by the operands, which are pointed by the operands. Okay, so operators are nothing but special symbols. Like, see, what are the special symbols? Plus, minus, greater than, less than, equal, star, some symbols. So these symbols are the operators, and which are performing the operations. What this symbols will does, what this symbols will does, this will, these symbols will perform the operation. So on the data, so this is the data. Okay, 10, 20. Okay, so any data of the objects. So here data of the objects means like, this is 10, so int object, this is 20, so this is int object. So this will perform on the two int objects, which are pointed by the operands means variables a, b. So as I told just now, pointing by the operands. So the variables are pointing to the object address, right? So that's what this is meaning. So the symbols are which are using to perform the operations on the data objects which are pointed by the operands means variables. So these variables are pointing to the address of the objects. So on that objects, we will perform the operations by using the symbols. Okay, and Python supports following operators. Okay, so arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical boolean operators, logical, or we can say boolean operators, and bitwise operators, assignment operators, and there are some special operators. Okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, first take the arithmetic operators. So what are the arithmetic operators? So arithmetic operators are used to perform the mathematical operations. Okay, so mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, and exponential. Okay, so these kind of operations we can perform using the arithmetic operators. So what are there? What are their operators? What are their operators? So plus, minus. Okay, the symbols plus, minus, star, division. Division means slash. Okay, slash, So here I'm giving you plus. Okay, subtraction symbol is minus, and multiplication star, and division is slash. Okay, and floor division is double slash, and modulus operator is a percentile symbol, and exponentials are the double star. So these are the symbols we will use to perform. So let's take an example. So let me create one file. So I'm going to take a new file. So this file, I'm going to save the file, save file as operators. Okay, operators. Okay, save, and here we are going to write the program. Okay, so let's say, so here what is the input? X equals 15, y equals 4. You can take anything, no problem. So x equals 15, so y equals to 4. You can take any values. So these are the uh, integer objects, int objects. So we are going to perform the arithmetic operations. Okay, so for example, print dash arithmetic operators. Okay, so now, so why I am giving this, no? So it will differentiate after writing some other operators like that. So in one file we are going to write all the operators. So till now I have written three lines of code. So in technically what we are calling statement one, statement two, statement three. So three statements I have written. So if I run this module, so if I run this module, this output will be arithmetic arithmetic operators. So this print is displayed here, and three statements were executed. So this is executed, but we can't see. So in the background the object is created. Object creation means memory is allocated. Okay, and y equals to 4. This statements also, one object is created. What object it is created? Integer object. So on these two integer objects, okay, so for x, one object is created. For y, one object is created. In x, 15 is there. Okay, and in y, 4 is there. Okay, so this is some address. Here it is some address. Okay, address, some number, and this is pointing x, this is pointing y. So on these two objects, this is int object. Okay, and this is int object. On these two objects we are performing some operations, plus minus star, some objects. So x and y are the operands, 15 and 4 are the data, and these are the objects. These are the symbols, plus minus are the symbols. So we are going to perform arithmetic operators. Okay, so let me write uh, the program here. So print. So what I'm going to do, x plus y equals to comma x plus y. Okay, see what will happen. So whatever we are keeping within the string, within the quotation marks, either a single quote or double quote, so this will print as it is. And comma, so whatever we are giving x plus y, right, this is dynamically give the output. So x plus 15 plus 4, 15 plus 4, 19 will display here. So the output will be like this. Okay, so x plus y equals to 19. So likewise, so I am going to write all the symbols, minus. Okay, and here minus. and save. If you run it, okay, so x plus y equals 19, x minus y equals to 19, 11. Okay, so this is the one editor we can use. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to use now VS Code, Visual Studio Code, because the instead of wasting of time writing everything, so that will make faster development. Okay, but what I am recommending you people, you can use this editor only until you will complete a Python course, because if you use this, you have to write entire keyword PRINT. Okay, but in VS Code or some other third party, if you write PR, then it will show the suggestions below. It will show the suggestions, and we can just tab. If you use just tab, that will that will take that keyword. So if you do like that, you will never remember these keywords. So better you can write it in this ideally only. But for now I'm going to open Visual Studio Code. This is a third party editor. Okay, so let me open that file. So where it is, open recent, open folder, or file, open. What I'm going to open, just now I have saved, right, operators.py. Okay, okay. Hello, okay. So you can see here, okay, so this is the code. Okay, I've written in the ideally, right? Same thing I'm opening in this another editor. See, the editors will show you the different look. That is only, and there are some. See here, if I write PR, no, so it is giving some suggestions here. Just I will enter, then it will take that keyword. Okay, you don't need to enter PRINT. But here I am using VS Code. But what I am recommending you, you can practice in the ideally only. Then you will memorize these keywords, all the keywords which you are. So as you are a learner, you can use that ideally. Okay, and so how I am going to share these nodes. Okay, so till now I haven't shared these nodes. Okay, so I'll share these nodes, and whatever I'm creating the files, right, so I will be sharing via git. So git, so why I'm recommending git is, so in the companies we are using the git. Okay, so what is git and how to share the code among the developers. So if we use git to share my nodes and files, no, so you will also habituated like how we will manage, how we will working on in the companies. Okay, let's suppose we are all are working in a company. So me and you are, okay, so if we use the git, no, so git will hosting place some in some other cloud. So okay, so for example, I'll show you. So right now I'm using Mac. Okay, this is me, my notebook, Mac. Okay, so I'm writing the code here. Okay, I'm writing the code here. Okay, so you people are sitting in different place. Okay, you people are sitting in different place. Okay, in cloud, like in online, so there is one folder we created in the git. Okay, so this is git, let's say this is a git account. Okay, so there is one folder here, folder folder. So this folder I am connected. So this is my local folder. So everyone has their own local folders. Okay, local folders and local folders. Okay, so the task is assigned to me, and different task is assigned to some other candidate different task, some other candidate different task. Okay, so there is some already some code is there, some already some code is there. Okay, so in the company how we are working, so the code, the folder, so that will be cloned, fetch or clone or pull. Okay, so fetching, so all are fetching one time. Okay, uh, after fetching whatever the code is here, entire code will be up to date in all our local folders. And I am adding my task, I am added some code, and I push to the git. Okay, and you are also added, and you are also added here, it is also added some code. Okay, so let's say first I pushed it. So before you, I was pushed first. Okay, so previously you have some 10 lines of code. I pushed one more 10 lines of code. Now here 20 lines of code is there. But in your 10 lines of code is there, you have also added 10 lines of code. Okay, but I pushed, so previous 10 lines, this 10 lines, total 20 lines of code is here. Okay, so before, after completing your task, you are going to push, right? So before push, first you will take a pull, then this 20 will come. So already 10 is there, that is overridden, and whatever new 10 lines of code which I pushed, that will come into your local. So whoever is taking fetch, no, so that code will be come into your local folder. Then you can add your code and you can push the code to git. Okay, likewise after you pushing, I'll take a pull again. Okay, so every time like push and pull, the this whatever the code is in the git, no, so that will be up to date in all of our local folders. I hope this was understood. If not, also no problem, because we are going to use that. So whenever we are going to use, then at that moment you will get to know how it is working. So for that, first what you have to do, so go to Google Chrome and go to github.com. So enter this github.com. Okay, github.com, and create one account. I have already one account, so if you don't have, please sign up. Okay, sign up github account, and note it down the username and password and email which you have used for this account. So note it down somewhere, so after creating the account. So then after that I will share one link, so which is I created the folder. Okay, which is I created the folder. So if I created the folder, so I'll give you the access to this folder. I'll give you the access to this folder, and you will clone that folder into your local. Okay, I'll give you once you created the uh, account. So I'll tell you, I'll ask you to share your screen, and any one of I'll show you, so other can see, and uh, same like that you can clone it. Okay, so first thing is you can create one github account, the very first thing. And the second thing is, so there are commands for git that will not work in the command prompt, in Windows command prompt. So in left side you have that what do you say, uh, search bar, right? In Windows there will be a search. Here we will enter command prompt cmd. So this will open one terminal, right? So in that terminal, git commands will not work. Git commands will not work. Okay, so that's why what the next step is, what you have to do, you have to download one git terminal. So that is a git bash. So you have to download the git bash for if you are using Windows, download it for Windows. So that is same kind of terminal only, like a command prompt. So there we will run the git commands. to fetch the code from remote Git to the local, from a local Git to remote Git. We can run the push command to push your changes to the remote Git. So for that you need a terminal. So you have to download the Git Bash. Okay, so how to like run, how to clone and how to push, I'll show you any one of your screen. Then we can have, slowly we can habituate using the Git. Okay, that will be very helpful in the companies. Even in interviews also, if somebody ask about the Git, so you will know how it will be helpful in our projects. Okay. Got it. Make sure you can complete two things. One is sign up Git account. Okay. Git GitHub account, and note it down the password and username and email. Okay. Second thing is, you can download git bash. Okay, these things you can do. And tomorrow's class I will tell you the, I'll tell you the how to clone the code. Okay, I'll tomorrow I'll give you the notes, whatever till now we have written here till now. Okay, so data types from starting onwards, and these notes, and also whatever the files we created. So whatever the files we created, no, so those files and these notes, everything I will push into the git folder. From git folder I will show you how to clone and how you will get this entire code into your local folder. I'll show you tomorrow. Now we can continue this operators. Okay. Okay, and next, so print of star means multiplication and division. Okay, and division, slash, division is slash. So print of, next, floor division, double slash. Okay, so print of uh, next thing is modulus operator, percentile operator. Okay, modulus operator. So I'll show you how these are giving the outputs. And exponential, double star y is the exponential. Okay, so let me run this code. So here I'm clicking that, and here it is giving the output. So you know already, plus x plus 15 plus 4 19, 15 minus 4 11, and 15 4 is 60. And division, 15 division, 15 divided by 4. Okay, 15 divided by 4. So 15 divided by 4 is giving 3.75. Okay, and double slash is the floor division. So the difference between the division and floor division is both are same, only the value returning. Okay, for division it will give you the complete decimal value after the point, also it will give. But double slash, sorry, yeah, double slash modulus operator, this will give you only the integer. It will not give you the point. After point value it will not give, whatever before point the value, decimal value is there, no, so that will give. Okay, that integer value only will give, not the after point value. Okay, so that is the difference. It will do division only for this slash and double slash. It will do division only, but the way it is returning the output is, for division it will give you complete value, and floor division will give you only integer value. Okay, and modulus operator is basically it will give you the remainder. If you, it will give you the remainder. For example, so 15 by 4 it will do. So how it will do? So 4 15. Okay, and 4 3 is a 12. Okay, and 15 minus 12 3. So this remainder will give, it won't do point, adding point, and here 0, and like that it won't do. So here it will do up to here only. This 3 will is a reminder. So basically reminder will give the output if you use the modulus operator. Modulus means percentile operator will give you the will do the division only, but it will give the remainder. Okay, reminder. And x double star y, x double star y means exponential means x is the base, y is the exponent. X is the base, y is the exponent, y is the exponent. For example 15 15 double star 4, 15 double star 4 means 15 is the base and 4 is the exponent. 15 power 4. Okay, for example 2 double star 3, 2 double star 3, which is 2 cube, 2 power 3. So 2 is the base, 3 is the exponent. So likewise, so here you can see the output 50625, 50625. Okay, so these all are the arithmetic operators. Okay. Anybody have any questions so far? Anybody have any questions so far? Okay, okay, good. Then move on to the next operator. So what is the next operator? Comparison operator. Comparison operator. Okay. So comparison operators are used to compare the data of the objects, data of the objects. So which are pointed by the operand. So just we will use this. And now tell me. So these comparison operators are the used to compare the data. Okay, and what output it will give. For example, 15 greater than 4. Okay, x greater than y. X is 15 greater than y is 4. So what output we will get for this statement? What output will get here? True. Yeah. So boolean data type it will give. So true or false. So we will expect for this comparison operators, we will expect this comparison operators only boolean boolean output. Okay, so let's see. Print of x equal to y. Okay, print of x not equal to y. Okay, print of x greater than y, and print of x less than y, and print of x greater than or equal to y, and print of x less than or equal to y. So I think these are greater than, less than, equal, not equal, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. Okay, these are the output. So now x equals to 15 4. Now you can tell me the outputs. X equal to y, 15 equal to 4. Is that true or false? False, right? 15 is equal to 4 is false. 15 not equals to 4, that's true. 15 is not same with 4, right? So not equal to is true. This statement will give you true. False and true. and x greater than y. So 15 greater than 4, it is true, false, true, true, and false. 15 less than 4, it is false, and 15 greater than or equal to y. Either one is true, then it is true. Or operator. So, greater than or equal. So it is true. And less than or equal to y. It is not less than, not equal. So then it is false. So let's run this program and you can see comparison operators: false, true, true, false, true, false. So this is the comparison operators. Okay. So in the projects, so it seems now you are thinking where it will use in the project, like that you will think, but definitely we will use all of these whatever we are learning, no, we all we will use all of we till now whatever we learn we will use in the examples in the projects, because but we didn't recognize that, but definitely we will use these all operators. And so the basic is important. Then only you will able to use them. And you should whatever you used in the project, no, so you should recognize them. So, oh, this topic is I used from core python, so like that you need to recognize. Okay, so all we will use in the project. Okay. um Comparison is that completed. And next operators are logical or boolean operators. Okay. Next, logical or boolean operators. So logical operators. So logical means it is also and true false. The output will give you the true. So if you remember in our ssc, in our 10th class, there will be a truth table, if you remember, truth table. So we will use the operators: and operator, okay, or operator, not operator, something like that we used. If you remember in 10th class mathematics, there are some tables like this: truth tables. Okay. So if you use the and operator, no, so if it is true, it is true. And if one of them is false, it is false. If it is false, true, also false. Okay. If it is false, it is also false. So same kind of truth tables so for r, so for either one is true, that will be true. Okay, either one is true, that will be true. And not is the opposite: if it is true, that is false, and if it is false, that is true. So these kind of operators we will use. Okay. So let me write the examples. Okay. Okay. So basically, for example, um, you can take x equals to true. Okay. Y equals to false, or y equals to also you can take true, no problem. Okay. If you see x and y, I'm using the and operators. Okay. So in comparison, equal, not equal to, these are there. But in logical, so we have this: and operator, or operator, not operator. X and y, x is true and y is false. So and if it is one is true and one is false, the output is false. And or operator, either one is true, then that is true. And not operator, if it opposite to the that boolean, if it is x is true, this will give the false. Okay. So this is we directly taken true false, or else we can also take like this. Okay. So in the above, we have 15 and 14, right? 15 greater than 4. Okay. So this will give you obviously true, right? So instead of taking this directly true, you can also take like this: 15 greater than true, 4, and you can take 15 less than 4. Okay, 15 less than 4, this will be the false. So but I taken directly true false. Okay, so now let's run this. So x and y, and operator is giving false. One is true, one is false, then it is giving false. And or operator, either one is true, then it is giving true. And not x means false, it will give you the false, because x is true, not x is false. Okay, clear. So that is the boolean operator or logical operator. Okay, so next, bitwise operators. Bitwise operators. So what are the bitwise operators? Bitwise operators are, these are not really important, because in the projects, those kind of projects will not come, because bitwise operators are purely working on the binary data. Binary data. Okay, so a bitwise operator converts the data in the form of binary format and perform the operations on the binary data. So bitwise operator gives the results in the form of decimal format. Okay, so for example, bitwise operators will does. So basically, so if it is 15 and 4. Okay, what example we have taken here? So 10 and 4, for example, 10 and 4. Okay, so x equals to 10 and y equals to 4. Okay, so the operators are these operators. So what are the operators? Ampersand and vertical line, or, so these are called bitwise and bitwise or. Okay, and xr x not, not, and double less than, double greater than. So these are the right shift and left shift. So these are the operators. Okay, if we use these operators, okay, if we use these operators. So for example, in between this 10 and 4, if you use this operator, if you use this operator, this is called bitwise and operator. So basically, what will happen? So this will convert this data into binary data. So 10 means 1010. Okay, and 4 means 0100, 0100. So it will do the operation on this. So 00010, 0, it is doing multiplication actually. 0 1 is 0, and 1 0 is 0. So total output is 0. So this binary, again it will convert into decimal. And this is the 00 of value is 0. And how it is coming? 10 is 1010, and 4 is 0100. So for example, if you take the 10, and if you do the LCM, okay, 2 5s are 2 5s are 10, so 0 remainder. Okay, and 2 2s are 2 2s are 4, 1 remainder. Okay, and if you do 2 ones are 2, 0 remainder. Okay, so this if you go from here to here. Okay, this is the least significant bit, LSB, we are calling as LSB. Okay, and this is the most significant bit, MSB, most significant bit. So if you write it from least to most, so 1 0 1 and 0. See, the value of 10, the binary value of 10 is, the binary value of 10 is 1010. And how it will come 10 from binary to decimal? So decimal value is 10, binary value is this. So we converted from decimal to binary. When how it will convert it to binary to decimal? So 1010, right? Okay, so it will multiplied into 2 power 0, it will be multiplied into 2 power 1, it will be multiplied into 2 power 2, and it will be multiplied into 2 power 3. So this will do the plus. So 2 power 0 is 1, 2 power 1, sorry, 0 into 2 power 0, this will be 0. So 1 into 2 power 1, 2, and 0 into 2 power 4, 0, and 1 into 2 power 3, 8. Okay, so 8 plus 2, 10. So this will be the decimal value 10. Okay, that's what we don't need to focus on this unnecessarily time wasting of time. In the interview also nobody will ask this operator about this operator, but just to aware of this one of the type of operator called bitwise operators. So basically what it will does, it will convert the decimal number to binary number and perform the operations, and after getting the output in the binary, then it will again convert it into decimal. Okay, so kind of operations it will does. Okay, no need to focus very much on this. So I'll write the bitwise operators. Okay, bitwise operators. Okay, so let's take x ampersand y, x or y. So bitwise and bitwise r, x r not, x not, and left shift and right shift. So what this left shift and right shift means? So like for example, here x less than y means, so for example, I'll show you the what is the left shift. So x is 10. Okay, x is 10 and greater than 2. Okay, so it will do the right shift to two decimals. So x is 1010. Okay, so that right shift means it will right side two bits will shift towards the right side, and two zeros will add. So after moving these two to the right side, so whatever the value here, no, so that will be converted into decimal. And left shift means, like if it is a 1010, so left shift means two digits will shift to left, and right side two zeros will add. Okay, so then this output will become, so like 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. 2 power 3 is the 8, and 2 power 4 0, and 2 power 5 16. No, no, 32. 32. So this 32 plus 8. So this one of the value will become 40 when we use the 2. If we use two digits of shifting right and left, then one of the value will become 40. So let's run this output. Oh, here 2, and here, and run this. Okay, so here x is taken 2, right? So you can take x equals to 10 and y equals to 4, and run this. See, x equals to 10, y equals to 4, then it will 40 and 2. Okay, so because here when two digits were shifted right to, so here left with 0010. So 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 1 means 2, 2 into 1 2. So that's what we got output 2 here, 2 here. Okay, so other one is 40, other one is 40. Okay, these are the bitwise operators. Don't worry about this operator. Just remember only. So this like this will convert the data into binary, and it will perform the operations and again it will send back us with the decimal number like this. And one more operator called assignment operators. Assignment operators. So assignment means simply we are assigning the value. Okay, simply we are assigning the value. Okay, so for example x equals to 10. Okay, we are taking 10, and you can see why this is coming right was not closed. Okay, for example print, see, x plus 5 equals to x. See, this means I'm commenting this with hash x equals to x plus 5. This means, see, x is the value 10. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm assigning, doing addition and assigning to the same variable. I'm assigning to the same variable. So these two are equivalent. These two are equivalent. X equals to 10, already 10 is there. X plus equals to 5 means this previous 10 adding to the 5, and again assigning value into x. So now what is the value of x here? 42, line number 42. X equals to 10 actually here, but in the 40, line number 41, what we are doing, we are assigning, assignment using the assignment operator. So what we are assigning, doing the plus 5 and assigning to the same variable x. Okay, so then it is 10 plus 5, 15. The value of x is 15 now. Okay, now I am taking x equals to 10 and here doing minus 5 and assigning into same value x. Then the output of x is 5. 10 minus 5, again the value is 5. This is the, these are the assignment. Plus equals to, minus equals to, star equals to. Star equal to will do multiply the value of x with 5 and assign the same value into x again. This is doing division, and this is doing the exponential. Okay, so these are the assignment operators. These are the assignment operators. So if you can see here, so assignment operators are used to assign the data into the variable. So example, a equals to 100. So these are the assignment operators. Plus equals to, minus equals to, star equals to, slash equals to, etc. So x equals to 5 means it is equivalent to, we are assigning the value into the x value, x variable. X plus y, x plus is equal to 5 means this is equivalent to x is equal to x plus 5. Already x value is 5 in the above, that 5, and we are adding one more 5. 5 plus 5, 10. So the value of the x will become 10. Now the x value is 10. If you do the x minus equals to 5, so x value 10 minus 5, it is a 5, and that 5 is again assigning to x. So this is the, these are all the assignment operators. This is the shortcut, and this is equivalent to this. If you use a plus equals to, plus 5 and assigning into same variable, minus 5 and assigning into same variable, star is equal to doing the multiplication and the value is assigning into the same variable. Okay, so is that clear? Any doubts till now? Okay. Yeah. Till now, I'll stop here. We'll continue the special operators. There are two kind of operators: identifier operators and membership operators. I'll take this in the next class. But so, so if you have any in general questions, feel free to ask and get your doubts clear. And make sure you can complete the GitHub account creation, and git bash you can download and install. So tomorrow I'll show you how to use the git.
Yeah,
Yes, go ahead.
in the message, Yogi, actually I posted a Telegram channel for next upcoming updates related to this class. So just request
Mm-hmm.
them to add this in this group. Then it is easy for follow up.
Oh, you have added Telegram group?
Yeah, yeah. I have added one link in this chat in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, guys, please go through the link and join the this one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah, guys, can you please
So I will do the
join the
assignment
group?
related to Python. So next upcoming class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just copy that link, guys. Just keep it in Notepad, and later you can join that group, so you can get the updates about this class and all the things. Yeah. Thank you. Anybody have anything to discuss here? If not, we can close the call and we'll meet in the next class. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Yogi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.